Hey babe, I hope you're doing well. I've been thinking about us a lot lately, reflecting on our relationship and trying to process everything that has been happening around us. It's been hard for me to find the right words because this isn't easy to say, but I know that honesty and care are important. That's why I feel I need to share what's been weighing heavily on my heart. After a lot of reflection and consideration, I've come to a very difficult conclusion. I think it's best that we don't see each other anymore. I know hearing this will hurt, and I hope you understand that this isn't about how I feel about you, because my feelings for you haven't changed. You mean a great deal to me, and the time we've shared has been nothing short of special. But I also have to consider the broader situation, the context in which our relationship exists, and the unintended impact it's having on others. This decision hasn't been easy. There were moments when I wished things could remain the same, when I wanted to pretend that the world outside of our connection didn't exist. But the reality is that the world around us does exist, and our bond, however innocent and genuine it may be, is being interpreted differently by those who don't know the full truth. Over the past weeks, I've been hearing things, small things at first, whispers and casual comments. But as time has passed, these whispers have grown louder, becoming conversations that I can no longer ignore. People are starting to question our intentions, wondering if something inappropriate is happening behind her back. I want you to understand something very clearly. Nothing improper has ever happened between us. Our relationship has always been innocent, honest, and genuine. But it seems that what's innocent to us is being misinterpreted by others. And the more these suspicions grow, the more I realize that they could have real consequences. Consequences that could hurt not only us, but also those we care about. It's not just idle gossip anymore. The people around us are genuinely beginning to believe something is going on, and I've seen the way it changes how they look at me, how they speak, and how they act. The fear of being misunderstood, of seeing the bond we shared twisted into something scandalous or inappropriate, has become too heavy to ignore. Even though the situation is unfair, I cannot deny the power of perception. People's beliefs, even if unfounded, have the potential to cause pain and conflict. And that's exactly what I want to avoid. I don't want anyone to feel hurt or betrayed because of us. Not you, not her, and not anyone else who is involved in our lives. This situation has affected me deeply. Every time I hear another rumor or catch a fragment of a conversation, I feel my chest tighten and a sense of unease settles in. I never wanted to be in a position where the relationship I value most could be misinterpreted in such a negative way. I've been trying to find a way to continue seeing you without causing harm to anyone, but the reality is that I can't. It hurts me more than I can express to think about the possibility that our connection could be misunderstood, twisted into something it's not, and used as a source of pain for someone else. I care too much about you, about her, and about the people around us to let this continue. I respect you too much to put you in a situation where others might question your intentions or integrity. The memories we've made together are incredibly precious to me. I think about the laughter we shared, the moments of comfort and understanding, the times we leaned on each other when life felt heavy. Those moments are part of me now. They've shaped me, softened me, and given me a perspective I didn't have before. I'll never forget them. But even as I cherish these memories, I have to consider the impact our continued relationship could have on others. And that's why I feel that stepping back is the responsible and caring choice, even though it pains me to do so. One of the hardest parts of this situation is understanding the difference between perception and reality. To us, everything has always been clear. We know the truth of our bond. But to others, they only see fragments. They see what they want to see, what fits their assumptions or insecurities. And unfortunately, assumptions can be dangerous. When people start to believe things that aren't true, it can create misunderstandings, tensions, and hurt feelings. What we consider innocent interactions, a conversation, a shared laugh, or even the way we look at each other can be seen as evidence of something inappropriate. And once people start thinking that, it's hard to stop them. Rumors spread, whispers become louder, and eventually, the perception overtakes reality. I cannot bear the thought of us being at the center of that kind of confusion or pain. The thought that someone else might feel betrayed or hurt or question the integrity of people they care about because of us is unbearable. I can't let that happen. I care too much to let it. It's also important to consider her perspective in all of this. I can imagine how it might feel to see people start whispering, to sense that there's speculation about our relationship. Even if nothing improper has happened, perception alone can cause emotional distress, and I can't be responsible for that. Our actions, however innocent, are being interpreted differently by those around us. And even if they're wrong, their feelings are still real. People can be hurt by what they think is true, even if it isn't. That's why I feel it's my responsibility to step back, to protect everyone involved from further misunderstanding or pain. I want you to understand that this isn't about placing blame or pointing fingers. It's about acting with integrity, compassion, and respect. I am choosing to prioritize emotional safety over personal desire, because that's the right thing to do. Ending things now doesn't mean that the moments we shared were meaningless. On the contrary, I want to preserve the good in us, the memories, the laughter, the connection that brought joy into both of our lives. I want to remember what we had fondly, not let it be overshadowed by rumors, misinterpretations, or conflict. I want to honor our bond by protecting it from harm, even if that means stepping away. Sometimes, the best way to preserve something special is to give it distance before it's threatened by forces beyond our control. I want the essence of what we shared to remain intact, remembered with warmth rather than regret. I hope you can see that my decision comes from a place of love and care. I am not trying to hurt you. I am trying to act responsibly and thoughtfully in a situation where emotions are running high and perceptions are easily distorted. I've been thinking a lot about responsibility, about what it means to act with integrity when the stakes are high, about how one small action, one misunderstanding, can have consequences far beyond what we anticipate. It would be easy to ignore the situation, to pretend that it doesn't matter, to continue seeing each other as if nothing were wrong. But that wouldn't be responsible. It wouldn't be kind, and it wouldn't be respectful to the people who are inadvertently involved. I believe that true care sometimes means making hard choices, choosing what is right over what is easy, and protecting the feelings of others even when it's uncomfortable. That's what I am trying to do now. This isn't just a rational decision. My emotions are deeply involved. I feel sadness, frustration, and a longing to turn back time to when things were simple. But I also feel clarity, the understanding that this is the most compassionate choice. I hope you can feel the care and sincerity behind my words. Every time I think about this decision, I feel the weight of our connection. You've touched my life in ways that are profound and lasting, and I will always carry that with me. But I also know that clinging to our connection without regard for the consequences could cause more harm than good. Sometimes, love is not about holding on. Sometimes, it's about letting go, not because we stop caring, but because we care too much to let something pure become tainted by misunderstandings or conflict. I hope that in time, you will understand that this decision was made with the best intentions. It's not an ending born of anger or rejection, but a step toward protecting what's valuable, our memories, our integrity, and the emotional safety of everyone involved. I hope that when you look back, you remember the good, the laughter, the understanding, the moments where we felt truly connected. I want you to hold on to those memories, just as I will. And I hope that in the future, we can both find peace knowing that we acted with care and responsibility, even when it hurt. Thank you for being such an important part of my life. Thank you for the moments, the laughter, the care, and the understanding. Thank you for trusting me and for allowing me to trust you. Those moments will always be a part of me, and I will always value them. Please take care of yourself. Stay kind, stay strong, and continue being the amazing person that you are. I will always hold you in my heart, and I will always remember the bond we shared. I hope you can see that this decision was made out of love, care, and respect. It's not easy, and it's not something I wanted to do, but it's what I feel is best for everyone involved. With respect, care, and sincerity,